The following is a 1232 Studios production. It's your What's Up Raiders podcast.
Welcome back, Raider Nation, to segment 3 of What's Up of the What's Up Raiders podcast. I'm glad you guys are all here today for our inaugural episode. So let's move on to what I call the things we should be looking out for since after the first. Let's grab this one. 3, 2, 1, action. And we are returning to segment 3 in the first day of the What's Up Raider podcast. I want to thank Raider Nation again for joining us, and I hope we get new people who are new Raider fans. You know, we are the best nation. We have fans all over the world. The Shield is known everywhere. So let's keep bringing in new fans. You're not going to bring in more fans than just winning. And today was a great win. And we're going to start segment 3. We're going to talk about three things to watch going forward after this great win today against New England. Number 1, we need to see what the injury list looks like. And I say this primarily because we got in there. So Brock is going to be a star. He may be a Hall of Famer someday. But if you watch the game today, like I'm sure most of us got to, those hardworking people in Raider Nation, I understand. I've been there too. And, you know, I hope you're tuning in to get some information. But Brock Bowers balled out. And perhaps being a little bit critical, maybe Geno was forcing it to him a little bit too much. But when you got a guy that good as a quarterback, you're always going to take that chance. When nothing's there, you're going to go to your best guy. And have a guy that big, that strong, with those kinds of hands, I'd be throwing him the ball too. Now, here's a little side note. I lost my last high school football game to Brock Bowers' high school. We were winning 27-7 in the fourth quarter. It would have been the first time my high school ever made it to the playoff, and we lost in a heartbreaker, 28-27, to end my high school career. But yeah, that's just a little side note I wanted to throw out there. But with Brock Bowers, hopefully we got some good news. Maybe it's just a soft tissue injury. Maybe just staying off of it for a couple days will get Brock enough rest to feel confident in the leg. It didn't sound like he had anything major, and let's have our fingers crossed that it's not. But along with that, you know, I think Michael Mayer deserved a shout out today. He got a handful of catches, lowered his head, and went forward catching the ball. So we needed that 1-2 punch. And with Brock on potentially on the injury list, we hope we can have him back right away. Any other additional injuries would be devastating for us, because any of you that watched preseason, the word going around is the Raiders lack depth. And I am a true believer in that. So let's keep these guys healthy. Let's keep them on the field. And as a former player, you know, if they need to be in the tub, if they need to get their servicing their injuries and those kinds of things, get their treatment, as it used to call it in college. I hope these guys are out getting it. By the way, a shout out to Wayne State, the Wayne State Wildcats in Wayne, Nebraska. That's where I attended school, and I hope some of you guys are watching me out there too. Number 2 in this segment, adjustments. There's going to be some teachable tape out there. So I'm hoping that, you know, and again, we're playing an opponent that we know well with Herbert. Our defensive coordinator knows them. We all know kind of the MO on Harbaugh and what he likes to do, but hopefully we can clean up some of the play that we saw today, especially on the offensive line. And if there's some things that the Raiders think that they need to clean up, I'll leave that to them. Tape doesn't tell the whole story unless you're inside the building, but the game looked to be pretty efficient today. There were some calls that were not the blocking in the black back is just a mystery to me while guys at that level continue. So let's clean up what little penalties that we have. We don't need to have a first down or even a potential score called back because of a stupid penalty. And let's hope this teachable tape will give us the opportunity to get that line gelled, D-line running their stunts, and let's get let's not be so porous in our zone coverage. And we're going to be able to play in the perfect environment of Allegiant Stadium on Monday night underneath the lights. So it's going to be a great opportunity to showcase what the Raiders can do. Additionally, the DBs and the defensive line will need this time to first part of the week to get healthy, rest of the week to get schemed up, and we hope that we can see them going well into the game this week. And lastly, scheme. How are we going to scheme against the Chargers? Like I said, we have a lot of experience with Kenny Herbert. Patrick Graham has had more than his fair share of time putting Kenny Herbert on his back. Max Crosby always has a great game against the Chargers. You sprinkle in a little Harbaugh, who likes to ground and pound. So what can we expect from Patrick Graham? Can we expect a little bit more game-specific scheming, whether it's more stunts and games on the defensive line, maybe a little bit more creative blitzes to generate pressure? But let's just hope that we can get pressure with our front four. Even when we talking about our new player that we got from the Patriots in the trade. So let's hope that we can get schemed up on defense and at least play tight and keep the scoring from San Diego down to a minimum. And what are we going to see from Kelly this week? Are we going to? We already know that he's kind of a mad scientist when it comes to the scheming up the offense. If you looked at some of the play action and some of the play calling, Gino throws the ball back across the field on a designed play on a short yardage situation to move the chains. I was just amazed at some of the things I saw Chip Kelly do. So what is Chip Kelly going to have planned for the Chargers? Are we going to see a little bit more of a balanced attack, maybe a 50-50 run pass? Are we going to see Genty doing more outside zone? Are we going to see any misdirection? Misdirection plays, whether it's counters, traps. Are we going to see those kinds of things more now that we're going to be in good weather and away from today's rain? What can we expect to see from Chip Kelly? And why don't we make that a call to action right now? Raider Nation, use the phone line to text or call 971-319-276 and tell me what you think Chip Kelly and or Patrick Graham will do this week to stop Kenny Herbert. Herbert and the and the Chargers. I believe that guy's got a great arm. He hasn't won anything yet. And some of that is thankful to some great wins by the Raiders in just the past few years. So let's hope that we can dial something up, both offensively and defensively. But getting back to Chip Kelly, are we going to scheme open Thornton? Or are we going to have both tight ends available? We know what Jacoby Myers brings, so he's going to be a solid player. We're going to have any designed runs, maybe some RPOs or something to get the ball out on the perimeter. So it's interesting to see in this nice weather of Allegiant Stadium what Chip Kelly can dial up for us. So That's going to end today's show. That's the end of segment 3. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on social media. Again, we're on X, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Leave us any comments, any call to actions, whether it's what you think about the game, where do you think the scheming is going this week with both of our coordinators. Again, at 971-319-2976. Call or text. And this is Gail Dwayne signing off. Have a good night, and thanks for visiting with us on our first episode. Thanks.
Raider Nation, be sure to give us a like and subscribe, as this helps us to create more Las Vegas Raiders content. Follow us on all of our socials, including Instagram, X, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, and YouTube. You can even call and leave a message or text us at 971-319-2976.